You're watching Byline Wilmington on CBS 10 WILM. Here's your host, Don Ansell.
This is a holiday special of Byline Wilmington. William Paco Strickland, local music icon, is our guest, up close and personal. So you started this process of treatment. What's that been like?
Pretty nasty, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to put down anybody, but there's nothing good about it. Yes, I've met other great cancer patients and great caretakers and great doctors, but seriously, I'd rather never met them and been healthy.
You had a stem cell transplant.
Yeah.
A year ago, which was not successful.
It brought me pretty close to remission, but not quite,
Okay.
and they wanted me to do another one, and it was so horrible. I don't want to scare anyone else out of doing this.
It's a tough process.
It was, yeah.
Will you do that?
I'm still wondering if maybe if I can talk my insurance company into it. I don't think they wanted to do any more than one.
What's your prognosis at this point, Paco?
Well, they didn't really want to give me. It depends on how well you take care of yourself and how much treatment you go through. I think at that point I was given up to that day, and that was 2 years ago, I was given 2 to 3 years. If treatment was successful, maybe 3 to 5 years. And depending on all the variables, and there's still a lot of research going on. Just since I've been sick, there are new things that I could be using very soon. So it could stretch out, but then the way myeloma is, it can just walk right in tomorrow and knock you down. And
what does that do to your feelings about your own mortality? Does it change your...
Well, you and I aren't too different. I just have a little bit better chance when I'm going to die than you do. But I wish I didn't have that information, but I do. So
yeah. You were quoted also in that interview that I referenced saying, hell, if I'd known I was so sick, I would have been nicer to everybody. Why did you say that?
Well,
or is it just a quip?
I'm still having a good time with this, but when we're all out in the water, in the lineup and everything, you tend to be bragging at each other, and I would really smoke these guys sometimes and just be really nasty at them, But
I don't know if your perception, yeah, because
just jocks.
You're one of the nicest, gentlest souls
Yeah,
I know.
we're not fighting. We're just having a great time. And you'd have a 10-year-old kid out there and a 60-year-old kid, and so we're all having a great time. And I started to think about, well, I hope they didn't really think I was serious when I told them to.
Second guess everything you say.
Yeah. So I just said I would have been a lot nicer to you all. And
you're also quoted as saying, "I grieve for my former life."
I just thought about that the other day, and I still dream of all those events that I used to do, or I'll dream that I'm at a race somewhere. The same kind of dreams that I used to have, those anxiety dreams. I can't find my shoes, those types of things. And then I wake up and I said, oh, it's another dream. But usually in my dreams, I've never been sick. I was always the healthy Paco, and which is really disappointing when you wake up and you're terminal. It's like, so.
You also said that through this whole ordeal, the biggest gift God has given me is my woman. Tell us about Connie.
Well, that's Connie Nelson. She is, I just heard a quote on her the other day, she's my biggest competitor. And
what is that? Where did that come from?
She's just so sweet, so nice, so gorgeous. And she has undertaken this whole thing. She takes care of all the medicines. She cooks for me, cleans up after me, even roadies for me when I'm too ill to carry my own equipment to a gig. I can play the gig, but I can't lift. I mean, this is pretty heavy for me right now.
Okay.
And then she'll read to me. And
you were together a long time.
Yeah, we've been together about 14 years.
And you recently got married?
So we've been, well, it was a big joke. We had an April 1st first date, so we're always going back and forth on what that means. April Fools, is it real?
And you said the biggest gift from God was in that quote.
Yeah,
so you mentioned God. Tell us about God.
About my God, or well, I think he wasn't one. I mean, I want to say so many funny things here, but I don't blame God. I'm not a.
Did you get angry with God?
It was like, if you wanted me to be leading a clean and straight life, and I was doing all that stuff, and I do that, and then what good has this done? And that remains to be seen. We'll never know, but there's a reason for everything, and I
believe that.
I think so. I'm trying not to gripe too much about it, but there's a reason.
So what are things like you now, day to day?
Well, I sleep a lot now,
yeah.
Whereas before, I like to sleep. Yeah, I mean, who doesn't? But I will sleep 3 to 4, 5 o'clock every day. Of course, that keeps me awake about the same time every morning. And I wake up feeling nauseous. And,
you do?
And very sickish.
Now, but you still play?
Still play, and thank God for that, because that would have really pissed me off if it had.
And you're around town at various locations. I know you're at the Deluxe Restaurant on Sundays.
We're playing at Mixed Toe every Friday night.
Okay, Mixed Toe down on Water Street.
Right, the old Water Street.
And you do a radio show every Sunday, Flamenco Cafe.
Yeah, it was just we just changed our call signs from
98.3.
Yeah, 98.3. Yeah. So, but it's the Penguin, and they're the AAA format, which is catching on around the country. I'm really happy to be
I want to
there.
mention this album. Where can folks get Cape for Flamenco?
We've got it
really
all over
superb.
all over the city in little kiosks and shops, but you can get it at my website, which is pacostrickland.com. And you can get that through the, whatever, the PayPal or at any gig that I'm at. I like to see people coming out to the gigs.
Okay. Paco, thank you so much.
It's
Have
been
a great holiday.
It's good
My
to
love
see you
to Connie.
again.
It's great to see you.
Thank you very much.
I'll be watching you play wherever you are. Next week, you'll hear our picks for the biggest troublemaker, political troublemaker in the Cape Fear. We'll talk to that person, and the person we're calling the most interesting political, or the most interesting politician of 2010. That's next week here on Byline. Have a great week.
You've been watching Byline Wilmington on CBS 10 WILM. Join us every Sunday morning as we explore the issues that concern you.